na kayo. So definitely you are well-versed na sa planning aspect ng tourism. Pero still, papasalahan natin na rin hindi masayang ang iandam ni Warren. If you have met Warren Quiñones, our planning unit head, okay, so siya po supposedly andito. Pero antusi lang akong presensya karong buntaga ha. I hope you don't mind me talking about this. As per introduction, mas mataas yung experience ko sa transport. So when Warren offered na, or requested na, ma'am, can you just proceed to UM on my behalf? Kasi nga hindi siya pwede. It's all about tourism and transport. How do you connect that? So yes, mas mataas yung experience ko sa transport because I have been there for 20 years. Okay? So I just came on board more than 20 years pa gani. Ako lang nag-reduce so hindi mahalata akong edad. Pero I came on board about city tourism last May. So yun. So talking about tourism planning, I guess this is part of your subject. Definitely. Yun na nga, the question is always what do we plan? Sa buhay natin, this is kinda, common sense, no? Hindi tayo, it's not really always good to proceed without a plan. But sometimes, the best actions will come dun sa mga spontaneous, no, na mga bagay. But generally sa buhay, dapat magplano. That is why you chose your courses. That is why you're here today on time. Because you planned. Ako ang hindi nag-plan because I was late. Okay? I was informed kasi later na. Okay? So next is tourism planning in general. So it is a process, di ba? Alam niyo naman to, this is your subject. In order for us to identify objectives and evaluate methods of achieving them, and to consider all of tourism resources, organizations, markets, and programs within the region. So hindi lang within the region ang scope ng ating pag-iisip, no? Dapat mas wider because we need to invite international visitors. Okay, so when we plan for anything tourism, dapat pag-isipan natin na hindi lang local ang magiging customer natin or clients natin. We need also to be global. Okay, so planning in that aspect will be very extensive.
Oh my God, alam niya ng lakas. Ganun na.
Thank you. I am with Barbie, by the way, sa aking staff sa City Tourism. Okay, let's check out. Kahit alam niyo na, papasadahan pa rin natin kung gaano ka-importante yung tourism planning. Because, sige, it will ensure visitor experience is really good and memorable. Well-planned tourism ensures a positive visitor experience by providing quality services and attractions. It also helps manage visitor flow.
Isang langgot ng hindi picture niyo mo sa DC. Pati sa court kay mga ayos sa malalim.
Hello. Ayaw yata talaga ng mikropono sa akin ba? Nananibago. Okay. It is important to ensure visitor experience. Diba? Maumagod na ang mag-make of impression, especially on the first visit. Kahit tayo ay turista sa ibang lugar every time we go someplace else. Kahit hindi first time, but then, especially on the first visit, we will be experiencing or we will have na our impression of the place. So, kung nakalatag at maganda ang pagpaplano sa ating tourism na aspeto, the visitor experience will be worthwhile. Chances are they will be coming back to our city. Long-term vision. Dapat di lang ang ang lutuon na tourism endeavor, no? Or industry or enterprise will not just be trendy, no? Hindi lang yung trendy at the moment. We need to see something that will make an imprint for a long-term enterprise. Kasi kung trendy lang ang iisipin natin kung ano lang yung uso, magiging short lang ang iyang lifespan. No? Yung tourism life cycle niya will not last for long. It has to remain long in order for it to sustain up to a certain or long period of time. Until maabot na siya o taas-taas, saka ka mag-innovate. We need always to innovate our tourism product. So that is what we are doing now in Davao City. Later, I will be telling you about the newest event. Siguro naka-experience mo sa Duao, Davao, di ba? So, those are example of envisioning what will be in place. Hindi ka matulog sa ato ang pagplano. Magdugang o mag-innovate na kanunay. Marketing and promotion. Okay, that is why our Kalayawan event is highly celebrated and it is being looked forward to by many tourists, hindi lang sa ating lugar, kundi even sa ubang na nasod sa buong kalibutan. If you will I was just not able to bring the data for our tourist arrivals, but the topmost data or record of tourist arrivals in our city for within the whole year is the month of August. So daig pa niya ang buwan ng Disyembre, wherein a lot of people are going back home for Christmas, having their Lunay homecoming, having their reunion. Daig pa ang Disyembre sa August. So that's part of the marketing and promotion that we have built or created. Ano lang ato ang mga pasundayag, atong mga event will really be highlighted. Tapos, lahat ng event na mangyayari, kanunay natong i-promote, that's part of our promotion. So not just Christmas, we don't actually really need much promotion in Christmas because that is, kumbaga, ano na yan, global na siya, universal na siya nga celebration. But looking at the number of tourist arrivals sa Kalayawan, na dahil pa sa Pasko, that is really remarkable. Crisis management and risk reduction. This is one of the most important and notable scenario dito sa ating syudad because we have managed very well, especially sa peace and order aspect. Isa ito sa mga tinitingnan ng mga turista while we are coming here in Davao City. Our political will is very strongly implemented. Ang ato ang mga bandit, ato ang mga balaod, ginahimo nato diri sa Davao aron mahimo siya not just citizen friendly but also tourist friendly. So if you will go around Davao City, isa lang sa pinaka clear na vision na makita nato early morning or anytime during the day. Napakalinis ng syudad. Okay? If you will go somewhere else, ibang syudad, it is different. Iba yung feel ng umaga, iba yung feel ng buong araw sa syudad ng Davao when it comes to cleanliness. Because we have properly imposed yun, So that's part of the risk reduction and crisis management. Kasi kung malaghan ang mga basura, magkagulilang ang atong syudad, hindi ma-maintain atong peace and order, do you think tourists will come in? No matter how best we will be able to promote it, do you think tourists will come in? So definitely matatakot sila. Especially with the general impression about Mindanao and Davao being located in Mindanao. They will think, especially sa karawa pa ng maadtog syudad sa Davao, they will think somehow nga, ayaw dito, kaya dito. Okay? Hindi nila alam we have one of the cities in the world na who was able to conquer or practice really very well yung tribe people na unity. Diba? Mo ganyan nga. Ang atong Kalayawan always successful because we coexist Christians, Muslims, and the indigenous people. That's the tribe people in Davao City. So meaning, we have really planned it well and executed these plans well sa ating syudad. Infrastructure and facility development. Siyempre, konektado na kanunay, If we have the best airport, the best ports, the best road networks, siyempre, napakaganda ng ating mga pasilidad sa syudad. Our roads in the city, some of our main roads in the city may not be getting any wider, but we are managing it well, with the role of our traffic enforcers, with the collaboration and support as well of the other government agencies related to transport and the policy-making bodies ng city, ang atong konseho, ang ato ang executive leaders. cultural preservation. Okay, this is also one unique in Davao. A lot of people will say, during our defense lang, for example, sa atong Pearl Award, bakit daw kakaiba na tanan man na celebration, like ati-atihan, sa pabalang mga celebration sa laing syudad, na naay mga cultural connotation. Sige daw, example daw. Hindi ko makagig sa aking pag-iisip. Yung mga naay cultural connotation na celebration, like ati-atihan. Ano ba yung sa Antique? Ano ba yung sa Baguio City? Panagpena. Okay. Yung sa Antique, ano ba yun? I forgot. Okay? Lahat ng mga celebrations na yan, merong cultural na pina-insert nila ang cultural life ng kanilang geographical location. Nilalagay nila sa mga celebration na ganyan. But what makes Davao City's celebration unique is because nag-dominate na kita sa pag-manage well na doon sa coexistence natin with the tribe people. Diba? If you can see, very basic lang, the design of our San Pedro Church. Okay? Meron yan siyang story. Do you know why the design of our San Pedro Church is like that? Para siyang, ano yung impression niyo sa ating cathedral, the San Pedro Cathedral? What is your impression of that? Based on the design. Hindi siya guwapo or architecturally points, no? Hindi siya kaayo koan. Pero ang ano niya, ang connotation niya, based on our culture as well, ang Davao City. If you can see, it is a fusion of the design that will represent the Christians and the Muslims. Kasi mura siya binta, di ba? Mura siya bangka. If you can see, mura siya arko. Okay? So that represents our Muslim people. Okay? Tapos it's a church that represents the Catholic faith, the Christians in general. So wala siya ang unique sa Davao. And during Kagayawan, we do not only highlight the Muslims and the Christians, hindi lang sila. Pero ang uban pa nato na mga event, kaakibat sa atong kultura sa ating syudad. Davao City is also unique because it is not just, hindi lang isang tribo ang nandito. We are comprised of, ilang tribes ang nasa Davao? Pila? 11. Very good. Okay. Pila din ha ang Moro?
Tito ni ano ba? O sige.
Moro tribes are 6. Very good. Definitely, the IPs are 5. Okay. So, unique siya, di ba? Lahat ng mga tribong yun ay hindi pare-pareho ang salita. But then, you can find them in Magsaysay Park, doon sa ating tribal village. Very, sila, existing in harmony talaga, no? We have 11 deputy mayors represented ng mga 11 tribes na yan. So that's one unique way of preserving our culture. If you get the chance to visit also the Magsaysay Park, tingnan nyo yung tribal village natin. Kasi eventually, we will be developing that as part of our tourism circuits. No, gagawa tayo ng tourism circuit dyan. Para ang kanang tao nga manig Davao, they're interested to know about our culture. Not just the sites, but the culture, our story, our beginning as Dapaoenos. They will get to see it in Magsaysay Park, in our tribal village. Economic benefit, syempre partner rin na siya kanunay, no? Ang turismo, kung malago ang turismo, malago din syempre ang ating ekonomiya. Exchange is there, buying is there, marketing is there. We will be able to display our merchandise, innovations will be present, improvement in our crafts and our technology will be there. So definitely, it will be beneficial in our economic industry. So, ang importante lang, kanunay, no, to manage the arrival and the maximum number of tourists. It is always better if we have more, but see to it that it will not also sacrifice what is more valuable in our city. Diba? Aware mo what is tourism capacity. Diba? Importante ka yun na, no? Pagdugo ang dughan now, realizing na ano ko sa tourism industry. Realizing, hindi lang pala importante na magbenta tayo ng ating mga tourism sites. It is also important to inculcate to our tourists how important also to manage these sites and preserve it. Okay, so mo na atong itudlo, mo na atong mahimong advokasya. Dili lang ka basta, ito mag-delete kayo, mag-TikTok tayo, mag-Facebook tayo, na kasi people will go there because it is trendy. but really the responsibility will have also to be taught to them and instilled to them really, really well. Okay? Sustainable development. Okay, we are into this right now. Importante kaayo nga, yung tulad ng sinabi ko, yung tourism life cycle, no, yung lifespan ng isang tourism product will not just last for a short period of time, for a certain period of time. Kinahanglan mo sustain ka na siya. Because how would we manage yung tourism value niya? No? Hindi siya dapat karon lang. Dapat hangtod sa kaya natin siyang i-sustain. But there are also processes that we need to identify and to work on kung paano natin i-sustain ang isang turismo na produkto. Okay? Ang isa sa among gina-build karon is to enjoy the work of the community. The community-based tourism is one good example of sustainable tourism. So that's part of it. At wala ng panikamutan na we will empower the community to be able to be the tour guides, no, sa maong komunidad. Because kung laing tao ang maghatag og guide sa mga turista sa maong community, sino ba yung better person to present or to highlight or to get other community but the people who are actually living there? Diba? So it will become sustainable if those people, they know their landscape. No? Hindi pwedeng ibang tao ang mag-present nun. Dati-dati, we will provide seminars for tour guides, no, to talk about this area that we Davao. Some of those tour guides will work somewhere else. Some of those tour guides will not be telling the story by heart. So iba yung brand. No, kung ang tao magsasalita at magbibigay ng mga facts or background about a certain place is really the person who are actually living in that place. Diba? So that will make it sustainable in the future because they actually live there. No? Dili man sila maadto sa laing lugar. Their children are also there. Their children have also been taught to preserve their sites. So those are examples of our sustainable development when it comes to tourism industry, yung ating community-based tourism. Okay, these are the consequences for the lack of planning or poor tourism planning. Siyempre, sa physical impact, there will be a damage or permanent alteration of the physical environment. No? Di naman ta pwedeng, because we want to go to Mount Apo, we would like to have a very clear and friendly trail for our visitors to go to Mount Apo na di-slide, dili daghang ugat ang kahoy, so akong patagon ang dalan nga maong agian sa atong mga turista. Just an example. We should not be sacrificing those because those are part of the natural landscape. No? Naabot tayo mga provisions sa atong National Tourism Act of the Philippines na dili ta dapat magbutang og mga semento sa atong mga inanang sites. No? So, pipila lang, pila mga percentage ang allowed. Just an iota of a percentage. Maybe around 10-20% we are allowed to quantity. Pero really siya encourage. Okay? Damage or permanent alteration of historical and cultural landmarks and resources. More na, Davao City Tourism Office is also partnering with the Museo de Bobenio because it is important also to know kung sa ba ang mga important nga landmark dili sa syudad. Okay? In your generation, unsa ba ang nahitabo sa asa ang Generoso Bridge? Sige daw. Where is Generoso Bridge? That is very quick lang. Sige, where is Generoso Bridge?
Nasa koan, gisan ni Crystal sa GC.
Bangkerohan. O, kabalo na ang Generoso Bridge is Bangkerohan Bridge. Okay. Ngayon, ang gusto namin gawin kasi in the future when we collaborate with Museo de Bobenio is to provide stories of all the landmarks or historical landmarks in Davao City. What happened in Generoso Bridge? Why is it called Generoso Bridge? Why is Claveria or C. Anarchy Street is called C. Anarchy Street? Why is it that San Pedro is called San Pedro Street? No, it's a giveaway answer. Kung saan siya? San Pedro Street siya kay naalinha ang San Pedro Church. Okay, di ba? Giveaway kay siya na koan. Pero more na ang mga importante to identify the important landmarks of our city in order for us to be telling relevant stories about our city. Also, since naala mo sa tourism industry po, get to know the city streets. its names, its importance. Mabasic siya masyado. So, maghiwa ka o mga inaanak po ng mga information, di lang basta mag-provide ka o mga brochures about where to go, but also to make the tourists know what are the importance of the names of our streets in the city. So, replacing any landmark that has created na talaga relevant stories or contribution to our identity as a city will also be part of poor tourism planning. Of course, pollution and traffic problems, okay? Ang sila tawag nila sa Metro Manila, yung traffic na hells, di ba? Na sila yung problemas, na sila yung naging impression sa Metro Manila. So we do not want actually Davao City to be coming like that. No, Davao City is a huge city. It is fast becoming a metropolis. That is why we have our PUV modernization program. Davao City is also taking its initiatives on the modernization of its public transport system through the Davao Bus projects. Okay, next. Okay, tourism policy. Very quickly lang, kung saan ato ang mga common ng mga polisiya o mga balaoy pagkabot sa turismo. Definitely alam nila to. Pero sige lang, atong ila-ilahon o basta. Next. Okay, national tourism policy and legislation will definitely set parameters to what can and cannot be done and priority areas for tourism development. Importante ang mga polisiya ay hindi lang tamang panaka sa atong mga pagplano o pag-implementar sa atong mga plano. Lagi tayo parameters, lagi tayo sundon, no? So, dili pwedeng mawala yung mga balaod na sundon, hindi maglatag ka sa atong mga plano. Okay, that's okay. The Tourism Act of 2009, isa gani na siya, RA 9593. Okay, kinaon dyan din ninyo, di ba? Okay. So, unsa man na siya? Preferential treatment to the employment of Filipino nationals. Okay. Yung laking lokal, no? Mga ganyan. Prevention of exploitation of women and children in the tourism industry. Okay. Kuan ba na? Kanang na-impose ba na properly sa atong syudad? Ang prevention of exploitation of women and children in tourism industry. They say that the more progressive the city is, the greater number of red districts daw. No? Mas daghan daw o mga area na makaadto ka wherein commercial sex workers are available. Is that true? Sa syudad sa Davao? Nag-uasahan, nag-isip ng baka, okay? Naaba siya, naagit na, no? That's the akibat of the development and progress. Pero it has to be really regulated and monitored properly. Ang maging mga tao nga mo sa inana ng profesyon. Pero, kabalo ko din sa syudad na yung mga requirements, yung mga ID cards nila, yung mga health cards nila, yung mga establishment mismo should be registered according to what they offer. No? Dili ng mga fly-by-night na restaurant sa adlaw pagkagabi lahi. Massage parlor, okay? Massage parlor siya but they offer extra services. Okay? Medyo na dili sa syudad, kanang stricto ang ato ang mga lawmakers pag-abot sa monitoring niya ng mga lugar. Kung ato naman nahibalaan, please let us know. Para ma-regulate natin. Hindi naman, it's their choice and they will have to secure corresponding permit pag-abot sa mga ilanang operation. Pero dapat yun, legit. No? Legit na ng mga operations. Okay, enhancement of the tourism data collection, we have that, especially the monitoring of our tourist arrivals. Those tourists that will not just arrive but will actually stay in Davao City, those are really important. Alam niyo ba, na when you work na in the tourism industry, dito sa Davao, ang challenging is how to make the tourists stay in Davao City overnight. Nga daghan kita silingan nga syudad nga nindot kay adtuan, di ba? Kaganina lang ang represent ni attorneys ng Kapatagan area. A lot of people will proceed there. A lot of people will go directly to Samal pag mga tugba na sa Davao. So, the challenge is there. Paano natin sila mapanatili dito sa Davao na kahit isa, 2 araw? Okay, so mo na ang dula na himoon sa planning na office or planning unit ng Davao City Tourism. Okay, next. Okay? Also with this, yun na nga, backgrounder, alam niyo na to, enacted in 2009 during Gloria Macapagal Arroyo na tenure as president. Okay? Because they believe that tourism is a major source of revenue ng bawat syudad, bawat region. Hindi siya dapat i-take for granted. Baka sabihin na, turista. You don't know, just to share, when we plan an event in Davao City, we will spend millions, okay, with just the recent Kadayawan event. We spend 159 million pesos for the Kadayawan event 2024. But ang promise of sponsorship, promise of tourism investment, and general business investment sa syudad ay napakalaki ng ROI ng balik. So, the city is actually bukat ka siya nga budgetary requirement. Budget na siya sa usa ka opisina sa tibuok tuig. Pero sa tourism office, budget lang siya sa usa ka event. Pero because we will target revenue generating na mga activities. And that's part of it. Okay, next. Okay, are you familiar with, syempre, local government code of the Philippines, no? Apil na siya sa mga palisiya na importante kaayo manaa sa atong pag-implementar sa ato ang mga plano sa turismo. Because we have our LGU Davao. Dili lang ta makanang mag-depend sa unsa ang pagplano sa national because in Davao City we have our own local needs, no? So we will plan our tourism activities tailored fit, no, sa mga gusto mamuani sa syudad sa Davao. So kung ang ato ang basihan is just always the national mandate, syempre dili man siya mag-apply sa dili sa atong syudad. But of course, ang pinaka-model natin will be the national law. Okay? And also the local government law, it provides empowerment sa ato ang lokal na panggobyerno to plan, no, also for our tourism industry. Okay, Republic Act 7586 or the National Integrated Protected Area System Act of 1992. Okay, nga nang importante rin siya sa tourism? Na National Integrated Protected Area System, ano importante rin siya? Sige daw, wala man rin naglingon o tourism. Why is it that RA 7586 is important? Based on the title na lang ng batas. So why is it important sa tourism? Sige daw. Very ano lang, kahit mga keywords lang. Bakit yung mga protected area system ay kailangan sa ating tourism industry? Importante siya mga polisiya para ma-regulate. Mahimo taon mga measures na dili lang magpasagad ang atong pagplano, especially sa mga areas that are protected. Okay? So example of protected areas daw, sa atong region, sa atong syudad, asa man, Mount Apo National Park. O, kapala dyan na sila sa answer, maulo lang sila magtimong pa. Okay? You know too well, alam ko yan. Okay? So it is important to integrate this into our tourism policies and laws, into our planning. Because hindi na pwede na magpasalit lang o bibita o mga turista dito sa ato ang mga natural protected areas. It is sad that Mount Apo nowadays are often ordered for closure, no? Temporary, i-rehabilitate nila ang mga natural flora and fauna dito. That is sad, kasi pwede man tang mahimo yun o kanang sacrifice a little lang talaga, and then gain more kung matay proper na planning. Kasi kung mayroon gani ka protected area, ito pag protected mo na siya, no? Pero ganun naman dyan mo, ito ganun naman human activity. Kung ang protected area Hello? Okay. So, kung ang isa ka area declared as natural protected area like Mount Apo, okay, 80% of Mount Apo is within Davao City. Okay? Mauna na siya. Mauna nga ato ang mga hiking trails kasi nakaatong Tagorano Battlefield. You have been there? Wow! Okay, ito na sa ito. Katong wala pa close. Okay, 2023. Kinsa pa nakaadto sa laing hiking trail sa syudad sa Davao. wala labot ng Santa Cruz ha, dili ba ito syudad sa Davao, but the Santa Cruz hiking trail are also within the Mount Apo Area Protected Zone. Okay, so manipipod na siya. So mo nang relevant nga balaod, kay aron ko magplano ta, mananghid kita og tarong. Unya mag-provide kita og sakto nga guidelines. The Tagarana battlefield now is closed. So lahat ng campsites doon, 9 in total are all closed. Kasi kinahanglan, atuan na siyang istudyohan, wala na pasabot na permanently siyang masarado. Because if it is a natural protected zone, you need to lay down your intention, no? Aduna siya mga mitigating measures na pangayoon. Kaya ang i-allow nila na ma-open sa public. Kasi nature's beauty, I believe, will have to be shared to everyone. Hindi lang isa o pipila ka mata. So mo man na itong makita sa mga inaning ng mga lugar. But then, we have to manage it well. So mo na ang kanina mga balaod, mo na ang mag-impose ng mga provisions and mga guidelines kapag abot sa panahon kung mga brita o mga hiking trails o uban pa ng mga area na makonsider nato as ecotourism sites will have to be properly managed. Okay? Okay, mo na ang mga restrictions na walang hunting, destroying, disturbing, okay? Okay. Naatay mga activities no usahay dili na nita mindful sa ato ang actions. Okay. Sometimes even we get too noisy along the trail. Sometimes we touch mga mossy forest, mga ganyan, makatamang ta og mga butang dito nga dili dapat di matando. So kana siya dako magud kay na siya og impact sa ato ang ecosystem sa atong environment. Kung kanunay na siya matugaw. Okay, that's why even the carrying capacity of those areas will have to be really assessed properly. Kana ganing mayon ka o ang Mount Apo ngayon, ang interval sa climbing is kung nag-set na kag 50 ka tao, the next people who will set to go will be after an hour or 2. So inana, tapos na siya yung maximum number of capacity. Hindi pwede nga 50-50 deployed every time na pinupuno. Hindi pwede ganon. In the 90s, ganon, during my time. Nowadays, hindi. Because nasisira na ang ating environment doon. Okay? Okay, diri sa atong syudad, ato na po tayo mga polisiya that will support the national laws. Okay? City Ordinance Number 0356-23, an ordinance adopting and approving the 2023 to 2028 Davao City Comprehensive Development Plan. So every time we plan for any tourism enterprise, any tourism endeavor, it is important as well to consult our comprehensive development plan. Kasi basig mayon pa o gusto na ko ang kaning area sa okay, sabihin na natin ang mga protected area is Eden, Tagurano. Gusto na magtugon kong resort, ma-apply kong business permit, ma-apply ko gano'n. Bawal yung mga ganon. No? Nala siya yung mga kaakibat ng mga requisitos, aron dili na ito i-allow. Kasi based on our comprehensive development plan, those areas should not be allowed for such kind of enterprise. So, we'll refer dito kanunay din ha. Several of our agricultural areas in Davao City are now already residential. So, mga hurot ang ato ang mga uma. No?
How can you see the Eiffel Tower kung wala'y available transportation doon? Paano nyo having multi-city kung wala'y available transportation? So, transport is really, transportation is really important kasi dili na mga ferry o mga turista sa inanan. Okay. Next. City Ordinance Number 0152-17. Okay, ano siya, guwapo din ang practice sa Davao City. It mandated the Davao Light Power Company at was para ng mga utilities ng mga company, no, concerned agencies to switch over an electrical and telecommunication cables to an underground system. Are you proud that you're doing that here in Davao?
Nakanang wala tayong makita nga topsy-turvy and spaghetti wires, no? So, nagsugod ka din ha sa atong San Pedro and Cito area, but eventually we will move na sa ubang part sa atong syudad because dili lang tungod sa safety na aspeto, sa safety aspect, but of course, ang aesthetics sa itong lugar, no? Mas safe man kung underground cable system ka. So, it's not just a double light. When double light will do underground activities para sa ilahang mga wires, they will have to coordinate also with other concerned agencies, telcos, mga inana. Aron isa lang ang kalog ng himuon. Dili na mag-suffer sa long period of construction pagabot sa inani ng mga aktibidad. So we have task force in our city that will monitor this type of road construction activity and excavations. Okay, next. Okay, priority investment areas. Sabi ka kumahuman, igutom na ko. Sabi na lang, priority investment areas, syempre, next, ang ating agribusiness. Next, okay. Agribusiness, tourism, of course, technology, manufacturing industry, the infrastructure, property development, health, education, eco-industry, inclusive business activities. Ito ba ng mga business na mga investment, ramdam nyo ba sa ating syudad? Makitaan ba ninyo nga, yes, merong agribusiness dito, no? Strong ang tourism na enterprises dito. We have several hotels, resorts, spas, coffee shops, restaurants. Those are tourism enterprises. Okay? Manufacturing industry, marami tayong mga, especially food products na galing dito sa syudad sa Davao. Of course, infrastructure development. Diba? Our coastal road, our bypass roads, at saka yung upcoming bypass roads that will connect to other cities, no? In Mindanao or in the region. Next. Okay, sa Davao City, okay, tourism plans and projects na ginagawa namin ngayon para lang ma-update kung sa ginatutukan sa Davao City Tourism Office. Siyempre, kanunay ang tourism events and promotions. Coming na naman yung Pasko Fiesta, we just had a successful celebration of the 39th Kadayawan event. So right after the 39th Kadayawan event, we are also sitting down with the Executive Committee on Events para sa pagplano naman sa atong Pasko Fiesta. So kanunay na, all year round, balik-balik na natin ang mga celebration. But we have to tweak it a bit in order for it to maging ano siya. It will cope with the changes of time as well. Okay, adaptive siya. Davao City and its future landscape for tourism and connectivity. That's part of our transport planning aspect. Okay, tourism halal industry development. We also want Davao City to be halal destination. Okay, ang halal baya is lisod planuhon, lisod kuhaon ang certification. Hindi porket isa ka restaurant, no pork, no na product or food na ina-offer, makonsider na siya as halal. The process of coming up with a halal product is given pa sa pagpadako sa hayop, hangtod sa pag-ihaw, hangtod sa pag-prepare, hangtod sa pagluto sa iya. It's a process. So bago na siya i-certify sa usa ka body na mag-certify niya, I guess it's in Malaysia, taas ang proseso mahimon. And that is what we are working on, especially our City Economic Enterprise Office. So gusto nila that Davao City will be halal destinations in the future. Okay, tourism infrastructure development plans and projects. I-look forward na ito pag-abot ni Ini nga butang is ang improvement ng Magsaysay Park. Because Davao City Tourism Office, because of our development ng ating tribal village, sa pag-create nato sa tribal village, na ipanalo natin siya sa Tourism Championship Challenge in 2023. So we were granted with 20 million na grant, no, to develop Magsaysay Park. Gitawag naman na silang panunod. It is panunod because the tribal village is there. It will be developed for the generations to see and enjoy it and learn from it. Okay, so it will be, the plan for that is currently ongoing. Tapos, haluin sa Ginoo ta ma-implement nato siya before the end of this year. Okay? Or else kasi pamala siya sa atong panaw politika. Okay? So, kinahanglan na ito ang tabangan o gampo. Panunod ang tawag natin dyan. Okay? Every quarter, we celebrate diversity. Okay? So, siguro, di kan bata mo, makatilaw na mo og mga parada sa atong kalsada. No? Ang sabi ni Mayor Bastet, nga nang talaghimo og Duaw Davao. Okay? Kaya ang iyahan lang nadaan ang okasyon sa syudad na parade aron ng Davao lang yun daw. Okay? Nadaan na niya, parade aron ng Davao karon isang Agosto siya. Okay? Akala niya ganon. So we need to market it properly, promote it properly, in order for it to have its own branding. Okay? Kung saan branding sa Araw ng Davao? Araw ng Davao is highly civic and military occasion or parade. Na ay parada, makita ninyo puro government offices. Okay? So mga inana ang iyang highlight. Ang Duaw Davao naman is more on tourism, no? Inviting tourists to visit Davao City. So, daghan na siya o kanang 4 ang pillars sa atong Duaw Davao. Duaw Davao is celebrated every month of June. So, June is also the, ang sama ng June? Pride Month. Okay. So, we want to be inclusive in all our events. Hatagan po nato na sila o importansya. So we will highlight the Pride celebration. Aduna na po tayo mga MLBB na mga director na met na mitabo. Of course, we would like to highlight also Davao delicacies. So na siya foods and product fair. Daghan ang mahitabo sa Duaw Davao. So mahitabo na siya matag Hunyo sa atong tuig. We launched it last June, so it will be we will be celebrating it every year from there on. And then of course, Nakadayawan is already the 39th Mass. So this coming 2025, we will be hoping to have a bigger, and more louder Kadayawan celebration because it's going to be the 40th Kadayawan event. So, handog karon, naga-istorya na ni, bisan wapay aron ng Davao, wala pa'y Duaw Davao, Kadayawan na ang topic because we need to prepare for a very huge celebration on its 40th. Kadayawan is also very important because it connotes Thanksgiving, not just the culture, but also Thanksgiving, ang buong syudad ng Davao. And syempre, Pasko Fiesta celebration. That's what we will look forward to ilang buwan na lang mula ngayon. Okay? So if you can see, all quarters of the year, meron na tayong major events. Okay, Davao City and its future landscape, nararanasan niyo na to, underground cabling and piping of utilities. Davao City Coastal Road Project. Okay, asa na ba ang Coastal Road? Patabok na siya sa Davao River. Okay. Pero ongoing na ang mga connecting na network, ginagawa na din. Connect na lang natin para mapihan po nato ang Rojas na area. Bukana Bridge Project that is ongoing right now. Davao City Bypass Construction Project. Okay, we have a lot of bypass roads nowadays. Sadly, wala pa siya yung mga public mode of transport. So maybe mauna ang tanawan sa atong syudad together with all the other government agencies involved para inclusive ang mahimong pagplano sa transportasyon na dili maglisod even ang atong mga lugar. Diba if you will notice ang City Garcia, wala tayong mode of transport dito. Public mode of transport. Okay? Mahirap magkaroon ng isang operation ng tricycle sa usa ka national highway. Okay? Sabi tayo mga balaod, mga bawal na siya. But then other than we do not have much choice but to ride such type of transportation because wala siya public mode of transport sa mga lugar. So that's what eventually the city and the other national agencies will be working on. Pinag-uusapan naman yan. Nakikita naman ang syudad ang need niya. Okay, next. Halal awareness, tulad ng sinabi ko, will be halal destination in the future. Tourism master plan. Okay, muna akong pinaingon ng naman. Kanang kaya siya nga picture. Our tourism master plan is created by Palafox. Okay? Pero tuwid kay naguna ang tourism master plan bago ang amendment sa ato ang